So I'm happy to join you today. For some of us joining from the United States, afternoon time, West African time, evening to night time. Anywhere you're joining us from, I'm very happy to be with you today. I'm very, very excited to be with you. Firstly, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. Hopefully, I'm the first. I think the final day for the year is tomorrow, and we will one way or the other be crossing over into the new year. I know that it will be a successful one, right? But we are here for a special training. We're here for a special event. But first thing I want to mention is that we will do well for ourselves and we will do well for the people we know by sharing the link by which you used to join this event, right? This event costs or it's worth nothing less than $1,000 per person, right? It's something we have organized before, but we decided that this time we want to make it free, right? For everyone to get the knowledge, right? We are all going into the new year. Everyone, at least everyone should have done New Year resolution, things I want to stop, things I want to continue doing, how I want to make more money, a lot of ways, a lot of things we want to do, right? So we've all detailed out our plans, right? And this is something that will do you very much good. And it's also do others, good. So don't be stingy with this lesson, right? Don't be stingy with this training. I want to encourage all of us to join today's event, right? So share with your friends, share with your families, share with your associates, share with your loved ones, share with everyone you know, right? Share with everyone you know. I can currently see how many we are, right? And the plan is to get the attendees to at least 1,000 people. And that's why we made it free. For those of us that joined earlier, you heard me say that is why we made it free. It's nothing less than $1,000 training session, but we've made it free, right? So please make sure you share it. Going straight, just as you know, this event was organized by GTEX Holdings, of which subsidiaries involved Stephen Capital Foundation in partnership with GTEX and Associates. The GTEX and Associates is a subsidiary which handles the independent marketer segment of the holding company, which is GTEX Holdings. And the Stephen Akintayo Foundation, as many of us already know, is the subsidiary which is in charge of our chairman, Dr. Stephen Akintayo. So everything you see online, the content, the motivational posts, a lot of things you see online, the business, his brand, the books, the philanthropic side of the business, all those are covered by the Stephen Akintayo Foundation. Wow. Just like I earlier mentioned, partnered with the GTEX and Associates, which is the subsidiary in charge of our independent marketers, right? So those are the subsidiaries that hosted this event. And today we are going to be treating a very special topic. And that is why I earlier mentioned that if you're on this call, you want to do yourself good, and you want to do those that you know good by sharing the link with them so that they are going into the new year with this knowledge, not just yourself. You are going to the new year with this knowledge. We're treating a special topic today titled How to Earn 9 Figures as a Broker, at least in commission. How to earn 9 figures as a broker, at least in commission. So there are brokers earning 10 figures, some even 11 figures. Well, at least how to earn 9 figures as a broker, right? And there is no one this topic will not be interested in. No one actually. There's no one who will not be interested in this topic. So make sure you share it. Today we are having Dr. Stephen, the chairman of GTEX Holdings. IT, please, if you can see Jessica, kindly make a co-host. I think I can see a hand raised. Right. So Dr. Stephen is going to be handling today's class, and it's going to be epic. You're going to get a lot of information. You're going to know more about the company. You're going to know more about the brand. You're going to know more about what we do. You're going to know more about how you can partner with us as a company, right? You're going to know how you can earn, right? Either as a business owner in what you do, as a career person, right? As an independent marketer, how you can earn. Everything you do, you're going to learn it, right? And also, we have an offer for you today, right? And what's the offer about? We have a special session which we regard with traveling with some independent marketers in the month of February. I'm sure you want to be a part of that, right? Definitely, you want to be a part of that. So you're also going to know how you can be a part of that that particular trip to qualify to travel to South Africa. That is early February. Flights, accommodation, everything sorted. You're going to know. So, I mean, today is a whole lot. It's power packed, just like I earlier mentioned. We have our chairman who will be hosting the class from the beginning to the end. So, you will do yourself good by staying till the end. You will do yourself good by staying till the end. We have a very good topic. We're going to be talking deeply into it, right? We're going to be having offers. We're going to be telling you about some of the things, in short, some projects we just launched. One of them is Arcadic Property in Houston, right? Some projects we just launched, that is in the USA. You're going to be getting informed about it. For some of you who are yet to be our members, you're going to get a step-by-step basis on how you can do that, and a lot, right? So one thing I want to tell you is that make sure you're on this call throughout this session. Make sure you're on this call throughout this session. And for those who are just joining us, just like I earlier mentioned, this training costs nothing less than $8,000. We've done it before. It's something we've done before. It's something we usually do. But this period, we decided we want to make it free. We want to make it free going into the new year. So you have this knowledge, you have everything with you, right? And that's why I earlier mentioned that make sure you share this to everyone you know. Share this link, the same link you used to join, share it with everyone you know. But before I continue, I can see, yes, I might not be able to see your faces, but I can see your charts. So you want to do good by telling me your name and where you're joining me from, just as a way to interact with me, right? I can just see a few, I think just the admin faces, but I would want to interact with everyone on this call, right? So do me well to tell me your name and where you're joining me from. At least it will help me know those I'm talking to. I can see Mr. Stanley from UK, Mr. Frank from Cameroon. How is Cameroon this festive season? Mr. Frank, I'm sure Cameroon is doing very, very, very well, right? So I see a lot of people, some joining from Port Harcourt. Wow, someone joining from Singapore. That's a lot. I can see Mr. Neville from Cameroon. A lot and a lot. I can see someone from AKT, from Port Harcourt, from Bayelsa, and a lot of people from Lagos here, right? Some from Benin City. So thank you. If you're joining, by the way, kindly just share your name and share where you're joining from. IT, please, if Dr. Stephen is on the call, you can promote him. If Dr. Stephen is on the call, you can promote him as an admin so that the class can kickstart as soon as possible. Right. So if you're just joining, just tell me your name and where you're joining from. And also make sure you share this link to everyone you know. Hopefully, we'll be starting the class very soon. Just like I earlier mentioned, if you're just joining, the topic today is to be how to earn money as a broker. So we're going to be briefly discussing about the world of real estate. That's not the key today. There are a lot of things concerning real estate and a lot of sectors when it comes to real estate. A lot, right? If you've been in doctor's training before, you might have heard of 7, right? One of which is real estate brokerage, real estate agency. I mean, different countries have different names they call it, right? So that's the sector or the part of real estate we're going to be dealing with today, right? How you can make money, right, through selling real estate, not just investing, right? Also through selling real estate. We have some people who have some real estate assets with us, and they are actually paying for it through what they've sold. So they have assets, they have properties with us, but they are paying for it through what they've earned as an independent marketer with the company, right? We have some people who will be joining, be sharing their testimonies, telling us how they started, telling us how far they've gone when they joined the company, some independent marketers, some full-time staff, and how much they've earned and how far it has led them. You'll be hearing a lot today, of which Dr. Stephen will be the host. So make sure you're on the call and make sure you share this link to everybody while we wait for the class. Okay, apologies for the short time out. So let me start with Jessica. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, hope we're going to be able to see your face. Well, anyway, Candy, kindly mute yourself. So yes, Jessica, how are you doing? By the way, Jessica is one of our staff. She joined as an intern, and she's now a staff, and she's on this call. I just like I earlier mentioned, for some of you, this program was done by Signature Foundation, which is the brand, and GTEX and Associates, which is a subsidiary in charge of independent marketers. And we have some people here who are part of us who have actually done well regarding that in terms of selling to earn commission. You hear more from them. I think Doctor will be the one to interview them, but they've joined the call. Right. But before we start the class, please, like I earlier mentioned, kindly share this link to everyone you know so they can join and get as much value as they can, just like you are, before they get into the new year. Right. So we have Doctor on the call currently. Welcome, sir. We're happy to have you. You have the floor, sir.
They competed into the Nigerian community.
I'm not able to pull up my video, so I don't know whether it's make me maybe a co-host or something. Okay, guys, welcome everybody. If you're happy to be here, can you type I am happy? Okay, guys, come on. If you're happy to be here, type I'm happy. I want to get feedback. If you're happy, type I am happy to be here. I also would like you to type your name and the city you're joining us from. Joshua, we live also across all platforms as well. Let's go live on all platforms. So your name and the city you're joining us from in the world. I can't see that it's live, so confirm it's not live yet. So like Lagos is here, Chicago is here. Welcome, Chicago. Oshogbo is here. Jos is here. Sorry about the killings that happened in Jos. May the soul of the departed rest in peace. Ibadan is here. Paris is here. Abuja is here. UK is here. If I have not mentioned your city, just type it again. Anambra is here. Italy is here. Ooh. Massachusetts is here. Ikorodu is here. Ikorodu and Lagos is here now. Cameroon is here. South Africa is here. UAE is here. Come on, Dubai. Ilorin is here. Benin City is here. Zimbabwe is here. Bua, where's Bua? Nebraska, Omaha, where God lives. Canada is here. Manchester is here. Okay, I mentioned South Africa. Mowe State is here. Okay. Port Harcourt is here. Abeokuta is here. I want to welcome you from all the various parts of the world you're joining. Mary from Niger State. Thank you. Kaduna is here. Thank you. Thank you, all of you, for joining. I appreciate you all. Joshua, let me know once we're live on all platforms. Thank you. Ekiti is here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being part of today's event. I'm happy to see you all. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. This will be the last training I'm going to be holding. My next training will be next Saturday, 6th of January 2023, and it's going to be here in Houston. However, we're streaming it to all of you anywhere in the world. So later I will tell you more about the training. We're starting the year with that. However, this will be the last time I will be running a training. I'm happy that you made it to this amazing event where we're going to be looking at how to make 9 figures in the real estate business in your currency, wherever part of the world you live. I'm probably one of the few Nigerians or few Africans who has been able to do real estate in multiple locations like I've done, from the UK to Dubai to Nigeria and even some other part of Africa to here in the US. I'm one of those few Nigerians who've been able to. So I think I have some credibility to share a few things with you guys. But I'm going to start today's training with testimonies before I get into my slide. And why I'm starting, I'm also going to end it with testimonies. So my testimony will be the last testimony will be anchored by Joshua. Joshua is my executive assistant. He will anchor the last testimony, but I will start with the first. I have two beautiful ladies with me who are going to be sharing their experience and their story, how they, joined the GTEX family, and how they started selling properties with us, and how they've made some significant amount of money. And I think some of them even qualified, traveled, all expense paid trip. Joshua, can you resend my slide to my email? So the first person I'm going to start with joined us this year. She's married, she has 2 kids, and she joined us as an intern, and I will hear from her. So Jessica Elebiyo, can you put on your video and let's get to meet you. Okay, how are you today? Merry Christmas. How did you celebrate your Christmas, Jessica? Can you put on your video, Jessica?
I can't do it from here, sir.
So who is not, how did you structure it such that they can't put on their video? Can admin help her to put on her video? Because similar thing happened to me. Help Kende as well, so we don't wait till when it's time. So yes, so tell us, by the way, how did your Christmas go? I just wanted to know.
Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for having me here.
You're welcome. How did it go, Christmas?
I was actually at home.
You didn't take your kids out?
Yeah, I was quite busy. The period was it was very busy for me.
What's the holiday for? It's for, having wonderful times with the kids and family. That's what it is for. And
I,
GTEX,
I decided,
yes, go ahead.
okay, I decided to spend it at home with them, spend time with them because I've been busy all this while. So I decided to just have the mommy time with them.
Nice. That's good. That's good. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
Okay, I wish you the same.
So let's get to know, first of all, what were you doing before you joined the real estate sector? What was your industry before now?
Okay, basically, networking. I was into health product, but I stopped for a while. Then I decided to be on my own. I started selling, making chin chin.
Nice.
Yeah, because I learned that in school back then. My aunt, she used to she used to make it in a big way. So what I do basically, I came up with my own recipe, then I send it out of the country. So I get orders from Canada, from London. But
Wow.
at some point, I had to stop because of the economy. It wasn't
Mm.
taking much.
What made you
I
to what made you to join the GTEX real estate internship program? I mean, what was in your mind? Because again, this was something that was purely based on commission. It wasn't like there was salary to it. So why? And then it was real estate. Some people are even scared to do real estate because they feel the products are expensive, it's capital intensive, and to live on just hoping to get commission. You did that and you excelled at it. You had 6 months to learn and to only earn from commission. What made you to go for that route, that option?
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for the question. I decided to go into real estate because I love these lucky houses, those fine buildings. You know, it's my love for those luxury houses that made me join real estate. A
Interest?
friend of mine did post it, and at a point, I had to tell her to be sending it to me. So I left the chin chin because I wasn't making much profit. Again, someone mentioned something, said something to me which I didn't like, and I looked into it that okay, even if I want to count millions, this chin chin, before I will start counting millions from it, it's going to take time. So I knew from the real estate it would be easier for me to make money out of it if I put my mind into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I saw you online. I do follow Sahant, Lex Brown, and Grant Cardone. So there was a time I saw you with them. That was
2021.
the festival. You
Yeah, Brokers Festival, yeah.
yeah,
I think
the
it was
festival that you
global wealth. It was even
went.
global property, global property brokers conference. It was the one we had in 2021. I think that was when we hosted them.
Okay, so I saw the flyer. So I was wondering that if this Nigerian man knows these people and is close to these people, that means there's something in this company, you know. So I started following you. I started following you on Facebook for a while. Then the way you speak your English, the way you pass the message was so what caught my attention one day was when you said if you want to buy land, buy luxury service plot. I was like, what's luxury service plot again? So when I saw the internship program, the call for it, I decided to join the group. I stayed there for a while before they asked us to send our CV and all that, and I actually applied for it. I told an aunt of mine, and she was like, "Oh, Jessica," she went to check you out online, and she was like, "Wow, Jessica, this thing is free of charge. Do you know how much they pay for such kind of training? It shouldn't come free at all. That this is a gold mine. I should go for it and all that." And she was like, "If the money to go for it will be an issue, take." She actually sent me money. That you have to go. Don't miss this opportunity. So that was how I started the internship program. So I know it wasn't a paid one, but I was ready to learn because I don't want them seeing me like a street agent or all these agents self, posting those lucky houses when I don't know much about it. I was just posting what I don't even know. I was only looking for buyers, and most people, there was no trust. Even friends that want to buy would like, where did you get this from? I don't even know. I just say it's from someone. Buy, just buy, just buy. I kept doing that, and I got frustrated before I saw the internship program. So I was happy. I came and I started getting value from it. Even the academy that Madam hosted, this Akintayo, I learned from her a lot the other day. So I started jotting down points, and I found out most of the things that I was doing were not right. I started learning from the program.
Wow. Impressive. So what's your why? Because I always ask people for their why, and I'll tell you knowing people's why is important to me. I've seen a lot of people, try to join either our GTEX and associate program or or which other one? Either the internship. and they don't, not everybody excel. And I think sometimes those who don't excel because they don't have a why, you know. So for you, what was your why joining this? What was your why doing real estate? What was your why joining our internship program? Because you eventually did well. That's why we're interviewing you. By the way, in our first 3 months, or is it 4 months, right? In our first 6 months, she made a commission of over 6 million naira. Okay, and that is big. It means she must have sold over 60 million naira product, and she's continued to do very well. I'm sure she sold property over 100 million this year, and that should be how many figures? 100 million, 7 or 8 figure. That's 8 figure. So I mean, by the time she hit 1 billion, she probably will hit 9 figures, and she's on her way to the 9 figures. And for me, it's important to interview someone like her because sometimes when we do trainings, and I do a lot of training, some of you just think what I share is ridiculous, it can't happen, it's only happened to in mass. So I wanted to interview 2 people, and later again we'll interview another 3 people. So you can see that there are regular people like you. They have their own fears and concern, and yet they were able to do excel in the real estate space. And you can, and like I said, you can do this anywhere in the world. You can do it in US, in UK, in Canada. I'm happy that this training we have people all over the world joining us. On Zoom alone, we have over 218 people. Across all other platforms, we probably have over 500 people watching. So I'm impressed that you're all here, and I wanted to start on a level where you can see people who are doing this and see that they're as normal as you. But you must have a why, because it's never going to be easy. It's easy to want to give up, but if you have a reason why you're doing this, then you will be able to keep at it until you succeed. So, what was your why for Jessica?
Okay, my why is kind of I have a lot of why, but I have a one that is personal that I wouldn't want to share now, but I will share it much later in future. But another reason is that I want a change. I want the best for my kids, and I just want to live a life whereby if I want something, I can have it. You know, buy anything I want, not necessarily checking the price tag all the time. You know.
Yeah, and I think that's a fair why. Sometimes people think why must be spiritual, or it must be your why can be as simple as I just want to live a decent life. For me, one of my why is I don't, I've learned over the years that kings don't beg. So one of my own why is I don't know how to beg. I can't beg people. So I'll rather offer value in exchange for what I want. I will rather offer services in exchange for what I want than to go about begging. And for me, it's one of my whys. So you having 2 kids, I believe that's one of the why, and being able to take good care of those children and raise them. It's a good why, even though there are other whys that some you don't want to mention today. But congratulations to you. I will say, I mean, my last question before I move on to Kennedy, what was the major thing that was the breaking point that helped you to eventually sell? That maybe 2, 3 points so that others who are watching can learn that, because I'm sure you were not selling the first month, so you're not the second month, but the month you eventually made your first sale, it must have been a combination of things, but what are those things?
Okay, one is that I took it to God, because when I joined the internship program, I was told they would teach us, we will be taught how to sell, all basic knowledge we need um, to be successful in real estate. So, and we're actually taught what to say, how to say it, your videos on cold calling, everything. So I wasn't still selling. So I was wondering, what am I doing wrong that made me that I am still not selling, you know? So I took it to God and I said to him that if you help me sell, I'm going to tell everybody. I'm going to tell the world that please just help me. The company has given me what I need, the basic knowledge, the basic skills. It's time for me to give back. Because we were told to sell 2 plots of at least 2 plots. So I have stayed up to that 3 months, 3 months plus. Then I took it to God that what is happening? Please help me. I really want to sell for this company and I really want the commission. I want a change. You know, I want a change in my life. I want a change in my lifestyle. So I'm going to come back and say thank you. And I'm going to tell the world that it was God that did it, not me. Again, I decided to like find out what I wasn't doing right because God will do his part and I have to do my part too, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah. So I find out I wasn't making it so much about them. It has to be more about the clients. Make it about them. They don't care. They don't like. They don't know what that. They don't care about you. What they know is themselves. If you make it about them, give them value for what they are buying. Whether the land is at Ekpe or the land is at this place, so it's going to increase in value and all that. Just tell them what their own benefits, what they will get out of it, what is in it for me. That is what they want to hear. So the first person I sold to, what I did is that when he was in Lagos, he said, "Oh, I am in Lagos now." I'm like, "Oh, welcome, sir. Welcome to Nigeria. How are you doing today?" He said, "It's fine." I said, "Okay." Then I started talking about business again. That the land here. When are we going to? I think it pissed him off. He was like, "Oh, I'm not even going to buy property in Nigeria again." And I said, "Why?" And I said, "Can I call you, sir?" I said, "You cannot go like that. To all this follow up I've done." So I decided to call him. I'm like, "Sir, can we have a meeting in person? Can we talk?" But like, "Oh, sure." Hey, now we are talking. So we arranged for a meeting the following day, and I went to see him. I sat down face to face with him, and I asked questions. Why he decided not to buy again, everything. We discussed in details. So I explained why the need for him to buy, what is the need for him. So he brought out his calculator. I started pressing. I told him you get about 200 to 550% in his returns on investment between 2 to 5 years. He said, "Really?" I said, "Yes." He said, "So how are you sure?" I said, "Yes, from the last 2 to 3 years, our property in Siso Place in Ibejuleki sells like this, and today it's selling like this." I explained everything, even the ones that are selling surrounding buildings. I just explained everything to him, and he saw the need for him to buy because I wasn't just telling him, come and buy this place, there's property. I gave him value. He carried his calculator, and he saw that he was going to make a lot of money out of it because he's buying for investment, and he decided to subscribe into the estate, and he actually subscribed again. And since then, I've made it all about them, not me.
Wow. I guess you've done over 100 million, or how many volume have you done this year?
Yes, I've done over that, sir.
About how much? 120, 150?
Not up to 150.
Right, but over 120. You should know these things. It's important. It helps you
Yeah.
as a salesperson. You should know the exact number. It helps you to keep track, and you can tap yourself, and you have a goal set. The guys, can we all celebrate and clap for Jessica? I will finally ask you, what's your targets for next year? What's your sales target for next year? You must have it. I will advise you write yourself a check, and you paste the check, in front of your house. Yes. Where you can be seeing it on a regular basis. So it enters into you. Every year I write myself a check as to how much I want to make that new year, and I keep seeing it, over and over again. It's something mystical because I can't really explain it, but I realize that I've always made more than I made the previous year. Most times I'm not able to sell as much as what I projected, but I've never sold less than the previous year since I started writing my goal and having like, this is what I'm trying to do. So what's your goal for 2024? Sales goal.
Okay. I didn't set a particular figure,
So go set
but
it now.
I will do that. Yes.
All right,
My mind is
go set it and send it to me. I want to see it today, okay?
all right, sir.
All time, congratulations. I'm proud of you. Well done. I mean, you've done this much in less than a year, right? So congratulations, Jessica. Right? Well done. My next testifier, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than, and she does it in a swagalicious way. Kehinde Oni, ladies and gentlemen, she is Kehinde joined, she was a copper when she got to know about us. And, in fact, I think she was ending NYC or something when she joined this. And so, Kehinde, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Good evening to you. Good evening, everybody. How are you, sir?
I guess you're in Lauren, right?
Yes.
So, how was Christmas? How did Christmas go?
Christmas went well. It was really, really great. And it feels so nice seeing your family again and getting to celebrate Christmas with them. Yes, it was great. Thank you.
Are they proud of you? I mean, this year you travel out, you're a big girl now.
Yes, I'm very proud of me and they are so happy. I brought some things for them. I brought some things for them while coming back to Nigeria and giving it to all of them right now makes me feel proud of myself as well.
Wow,
Thank you.
that's good. So tell us your background, what did you study in school? And then and how you got to know about our company. I think you sent a message on Instagram or something, but let's hear it from you. So tell us.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for the opportunity. All right. So when I was in final year, I just I thought to myself that with the rate of unemployment these days, I wouldn't.
They said they can't see your face well. Don't you have a source of light that you can face that is brighter? And they
Oh,
need to see you. Kehinde is beautiful, by the way. So is
okay, let
that
me tell you.
man? Don't be corrosion. Yeah, better. This is better.
All
This
right.
is okay.
Thank
She's do like me. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so in my final year, I thought to myself that with this rate of unemployment, I wouldn't want to finish NYSC and just sit back at home doing nothing. I can't see her, please. Okay, so sorry. I think, can you see me now?
Don't mind Olu. Move on. He's looking for a girlfriend.
All right, so I just thought to myself, I don't want to sit at home. And what are the things I can do after school? What are the things I'm interested in? What can I do? Can't see you. So people are still saying they can't see my face.
We can see you. We can see
Okay, all right.
you.
Thank you.
We can see you clearly.
All right. So I thought to myself, what can I do after school? And then I came up with about three.
Better still, IT kindly on pin Jessica and pin Kehinde. I think that might be the issue.
Just go ahead.
Okay, so I created three lists, which one of it was being an air hostess. I wanted to go into insurance, and the third was real estate. Like these three things, I said, okay, any of these three, or these three, I'm going to read about them, and of course, know which of them I want to go for in the long run. Then I did my research, and it was during the course of researching, when I was doing my research, I got to know about Dr. Stephen Akintayo. And I remember that day, I was lying down on my bed, pressing my phone, reading about real estate just to get more knowledge about it. Then I saw Dr. Stephen Akintayo in a video. Then I was like, okay, let me just click on this video. What's this man saying? Then I clicked on it. It directed me to YouTube. Then I saw him teaching on the various land type and land documents. I was like, okay, I think this should be the basic. Let me just listen to his, and I did. Then from there, I got interested. I was like, who is this man? This man is really great. Let me go on Instagram, because if I meet people or when you tell me you are into something, I want to know how far you're doing or how well you're doing. So I went on Instagram. I searched for Dr. Stephen Akintayo. I searched for GTEX Homes. I did all my research. I also noticed that the people, most of the staff in the company are actually young people. So I believe that, oh, if these young people can do it, I can do it as well. Then I saw that some of them went for all expense paid trip as well. Then I was motivated that if these people are doing it, it's something I can do as well, because I am willing. I really want to learn, and this is someone I can follow. These are people I know they can teach me what I really need to learn, because I did not know about real estate. I did not know how to go about it, but I know that once I surround myself with people like this, I can actually go far, and I will always ask. So that's how I got to know about GTEX Home in the first place. Then I sent a DM to Dr. Stephen. Then I told him that I was going for NYSC and I want to serve with them. I just want to do my internship with them just to learn about real estate. Then he responded, thank God. He responded, he told me that, yes, we have a branch in Lagos, we have in Ibadan and Hall. Then I did my own follow-up as well. Okay, this is where I want to. They posted me to what is it called again? Jigawa. And I was like, ow, this is not what I want. But thank God, I was sick. Maybe God, everything just worked together for my good. I was sick when I was in camp, and they just redeployed me. Not pay a dime, I did not do anything. And they redeployed me to Ibadan. Then from Ibadan, I went to the office. They gave me an acceptance letter. Or what's it called? Yeah, acceptance letter. And I took it to the secretariat. All things work out well. And that's how I found myself in GTEX Holdings, where I wanted to be in the first place.
Wow, interesting story. But why real estate for you? I mean, what did you study in the university, and then why GTEC? Why real estate? Yeah.
Okay, so in school I studied English and literary studies. But yes, English is good, but then I just wanted more. I just want to, because I have my plans. I want my parents to be proud of me. I know I can work with my English, but I want to do something very different. So that's why I wrote down 3 things I wanted to learn about, which real estate was part of it. So, but for me, real estate, I feel with real estate, I'll be able to solve problems of, in the country at the moment. And I want to be able to be there for people, help them to, sorry, we still need good grammar. So sorry about that. So yes, like I was saying, real estate is something I love, because I love the way people show buildings on TV, this and that, and also it's also part of it. I really wanted to, so I also went for it.
Fantastic. So again, just like I asked Jessica, what was your why? A lot of young people are just wasting away, using social media to abuse everybody they can abuse, rather than doing something for themselves. Of course, if wishes are horses, beggars we ride. A lot of people are just wishing to be successful, doing nothing. What was your why for you to become somebody and to work hard? I mean, I see how you do telemarketing, and you put in effort to get results, to call, and to treat customers well. I've gotten a couple of customers message me and say, "Hey, I love Kende." I was in South Africa, And people were asking me, said, who's that? There's a girl in your company. Her name is Candy. She's just good. Her customer service is fantastic. She treated me well. So what's your why to give it your best?
Okay, so for me, I just want to be more. I know I can be more. I can be more than this. And so I just want to put in my whole, because if I set my mind on something, if I say I want to do something, I would put in all of my best to do that. And another reason, another why for me is to make my parents proud of me, because I know what they've been through, and it's a really deep story, but then I just want them to be proud of me. Everyone God has used for me, I want to be there for them as well. I just want to be able to repay them. So these are my drive, and by God's grace, I'm doing it already, and I know I'll be able to do it even more than this. I just want to make my parents proud. Everyone God has used for me, I want to make them proud, and everyone around me, I want to be there for people as well.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yes.
Uh, that's impressive. You won an all expense paid trip to Rwanda. How was that experience like for you?
Okay, it was my first time traveling out of the country. Let me speak well. It was my first time traveling out of the country, and I was super excited. And all thanks to Dr. Stephen Akintayo, all thanks to GTEX Holdings. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And yes, it was really, really fantastic. Seeing, I mean, traveling out of the country is really something for me. And, I did not even use my money. That's the sweetest part of it. It's all not my money I used. Some people sponsored me. Dr. Steven sponsored us. It was a really great experience for me. And also, we also went there to learn as well, because we attended some conferences, seeing the way other people do in their countries, which is different from how we do in Nigeria. It's something I really wanted to do. I want to travel around the world, and then it has started already. And I'm so grateful for that.
Interesting. What congratulations. So in the
Thank
year 2023, what was your sales volume? You did 200 million, or what was the volume you did?
Yeah, very close to 200 millionaire, sir. Very, very close to 200 millionaire. That's 188 millionaire.
Wow. Come on, guys. Can we give it up for Kehinde Oni? Everybody give it up for her. And like I said, it's important to have these conversations, and I wanted you all to see that if these are young people, some of you are probably even older than Kende. So, and you have better opportunities. Some of you don't even live in Nigeria, so you have better opportunities. And I wanted to see that people are doing well, many of them young, and are able to make it in this business. So, and I wanted to see you to also see people we have over time work with as an institution. It wasn't just me to train, and they're doing very well. And this gets you to know that, okay, if people like this can do it, then I can do it. And what I will be learning is not just theory that might not be replicatable, but these are real facts. These are real things that works and that is doable. Joshua, I'm not able to pull up my slide. I don't know why. It's not opening up. I've been on it for a few minutes now, so the slide is not opening up. If you want to resend it in another way, I appreciate that. But let me even try this. I'm told there are ways I should be able to send my slide in form of airdropping. So I think the last event we did, they did something similar. Now, how many of you are happy about the testimonies you heard today? Okay, if you're impressed, come on, type I'm impressed. if you learned something, if you're encouraged, because I just didn't want this to be just a class and then we talk and we talk. I wanted it to be real. I wanted to listen to people, experiences as well. And I wanted this to mean so much, and for it to be as relatable as possible. So, Karen Deoni, do you have a goal for 2023 in terms of sales?
Yes, sir, I do.
Oh, so let's have it. What is it?
All right, so for me in 2024, I really want to make sales like insane sales that are really crazy.
What is the target? Yeah, there has to be a specific target.
Okay, 1 billion.
So
1
you want
billion.
to 1 billion in sales in 20 that's 2024.
Yes, sir.
Which means your commission will be between 50 to 100 million.
Yes, sir.
That's a tall order.
Give it. I can.
You
And I
can.
will. Yes.
Interesting. I mean, it will be good. I mean, if you end the year with a commission of between 25 million to 50 million, that's impressive. Not too many people are able to do that at your age. I mean, just finishing NYC and in your second year, pulling that off. I mean, I believe it's possible. I even think you can do far more than that, in my own opinion.
Yeah.
I honestly believe you can do way more than that. Absolutely. Of course, one is what you've already started, which is your
Yes.
level of hard work and dedication. Is number one step to making that happen. The second step to making such happen, in my own opinion, is laser focus. I always feel that the reason why people don't hit what they're supposed to hit is when they are not focused, right? Distraction is the biggest monster. People get distracted over different issues, right? And so if you can remain this focused, I think you can do even far more than, in my opinion, more than $1 billion in sales. I'm very positive about that. In fact, I think some of you, I mean, at least yourself and Jessica that have spoken, I think you can do as much as 5 to 10 billion if you tweak a few things. So first thing, invest more in doing paid adverts and generating leads. If you can do that, that would be good. Then build a personal brand, and grow that. And I'll be sharing that in the course of today's class. And I hope you stay tuned and pick a few lessons today. But once again, congratulations to you. And I wish you success in the new year.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, guys. We will be having 3 more people share when I'm done, and Joshua will be coordinating that with them, with the 3 other people who will be sharing. But are you now ready for my session today? If you're ready, type, I am ready, I am ready, I am ready. Come on. Now that you've been inspired, now that you've heard testimonies of people who've made it, at least now you know this is no joke, right? It's possible, it's doable. If you're ready, come on, guys. Tell me, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Come on, let's do this. Okay. Again, I'm Dr. Stephen Kintai. And 2 years ago, I think this was the event that Jessica saw. I hosted Grant Cardone at a brokers conference, and Grant Cardone mentored a lot of the participants there If you're at this event, just type I was there.
Today I'm on with the Global Property Brokers Conference. Dr. Stevens with me. This guy is amazing, phenomenal human being. Okay, I got 10,000 people in Nigeria watching this today. You can see this right here. I got my little light set up. I'm in Miami.
By the way, if Grant Cardone says you're amazing, how many of you agree with me that you're amazing, right? This guy control over $4 billion worth of real estate assets, right? So if he says I'm amazing, how many of you think really I'm amazing? Huh? But aside that, we had this amazing event, and he shared how a lot of you as brokers, as agents, can step up your game. And I'm super excited to let you know that I'll later be talking to you how you can join the program. So for those of you who are not at the event, you can go through, even those of you who are at the event, you can go through this course over and over again. I think it's a course that you need to do. Also, it's important to know that in your goal to become wealthy, making money as a broker and things like that, always remember the place of giving back. Okay? Many of you, for example, I was supposed to charge $500 for this event, but I decided to make it free. Not because people wouldn't have paid the $500, but I mean, because of the shortness of the period, I probably would have gotten less than the over 500 of you watching me now who will have come. And I wanted this class to be for everyone. I wanted you to be able to have information to start the new year in a great way. Okay, but you must dream big. You must dream to help people. I've always said this over and over again. If your vision is just all about you and your family alone, then you're not going to go far. You have to think of other people this year. As you're thinking of trying to sell 10 billion, 1 billion, 2 billion, $2 million, $5 million sales, $10 million sales. Some of you can sell $20 million in property this new year. But also think of the commission you get and think of how much of that will go to the needy. Okay? Those of you who work in GTEx, you know how much we take that seriously. We donate every morning when we do meetings, and we use that donation to help the poor. This Christmas, we went to the streets, we gave to as many people as possible. We had Christmas hamper, we had so much. And privately, only God can mention how much of giving goes on. And even into the new year, to my birthday, I've lined up series of, bursary program, feeding people programs, going to hospital and paying hospital bills. Please have a charity dream around, your desire to be wealthy. This is one of Steve Akhtar Foundation program where we're giving $5 million in the next 5 years. 2024 will be our second year in this project, and you will have an opportunity to win $5,000 grant for your business. And if you know people who are entrepreneurs who need this, they can immediately go to StephenAkhtarFoundation.org and they can apply. And this is open to every African. Even if you're an African in diaspora, you can apply for this grant and you stand a chance of winning. If you are from Zimbabwe, Malawi, Uganda, you can apply. I think the application for Nigerians is closed, but other Africans can apply, and those, even if you're Nigerian diaspora, you can also apply. We're starting the event with a docu-series in Lagos in January. In February, we're going to be in South Africa, and we'll be giving this grant to winners in South Africa. So it's open to people all over the world, and you're free to apply. Okay? And it's powered by, GTEx Home. So again, this is part of why I tell people, when people attack GTEx as a brand, as a company, you're not just attacking one individual, right? You're attacking the projects we're doing, you're attacking how we're trying to change the world, and a lot of what we're doing to change the world. So it's important that we don't let this dream die. right? We keep this vision alive so we can change more lives. How many of you are excited about all that we're doing in our charity projects? If you're excited, type I'm excited. So let's get into today's class properly. What is real estate? Real estate is property consisting of land and any permanent structure or improvement on the land, whether natural or man-made. So it's important that as you come into our world, into our business, you really need to understand what real estate is about. Okay? You need to comprehend what exactly is real estate. And real estate is actually, land and any permanent structure or improvement on the land, whether natural or man-made. Now, how many of you noticed the word land twice? If you notice that type, I noticed, right? So the word land is the real property you're doing. Your ability to understand land and how it works and how land works determines your ability to really do well in this business. You must understand land and the intricacies around land. Okay? So even if you are selling houses, ultimately it's the land that influences, that is the location. When we say location, is the land. Okay? Different types of building can ultimately be built on it. I have this quote that says the safest investment, the safest investment to make is real estate. And the reason why I said this is because even if anything happened, you can still touch your land. Nobody can carry your land away. Let's even say the house got burnt. The land is still there, right? And you can build it back again. You can lose your crypto wallet and you will never be able to touch it again. Somebody can even hack it and the entire thing is gone. There's nothing left, right? So the type of investment that cannot be stolen, it cannot be carried away, is a powerful investment you can't even joke with. However, in our world, like I said, it's important to understand the business. Let me give you this secret. You will start doing well as a property broker and an agent the day you stop seeing yourself as an agent, but as an investor. Let me repeat myself again. You will start doing very well as a property broker or agent the day you stop seeing yourself as an agent, but you start seeing yourself as an investor, right? As somebody investing. And it is the powerful secret in this business. What is an asset? And what is a liability? Now, let's look at asset. And as a liability is something that takes money away from you and does not return it back in multiple folds. But what is an asset? Investors buy an asset, a source of cash flow. Step 2, asset generates inflow. In other words, think of every asset simply as a source of cash flow. And if an asset is a source of cash flow, then owning a property that is able to give you rental income is obviously a source of cash flow. Owning a land that you buy for an X amount and begin to build up capital appreciation over the years, and if you decide to sell it 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 20 years from now, it's going to go for a crazy amount. I remember making a little research of a property I got in the US for over $5 million. And I did a research as to how much was that property, guys, just 100 years ago. Can anybody guess what was the price of the property just 100 years ago? Of the same property, now going for, and like I said in the video towards this event, one of the things I love about real estate is that it does 4 things, unlike many other asset class. Help you make money, help you manage money, help you save money, but more importantly, it guarantees transferring of that money to the next generation. So because when I said, guess how much the property going for over $5 million was worth 100 years ago? Some of you say, but the person who bought it is not alive. Yeah, but what has he done? Is transfer that to the next generation, almost guaranteeing that the next generation can never be poor. And you don't know how powerful it is for your children to be kissing your picture, grandchildren. God bless great grandpapa Stephen. He made our life a lot better, right? You don't know how powerful that is. And I think these are the kind of dreams you guys need to start having, right? Dreams about how years to come. Okay? Those of you who are asking for this video, go to my YouTube, Dr. S. Akintayo, and he's already there as we speak. Okay, so don't bother yourself about, oh, is it recorded? Oh, is it not recorded, right? Dr. X Akintayo on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and you watch not just this video, several other amazing life-changing videos I've put in there. So think of every asset simply as a source of cash flow, right? And once you can guarantee that these investments you're making will over time become a source of cash flow, then it's not worth making such an investment. Is this good? Come on, guys. If what I'm teaching is good, type this is good. Now, I typically teach in my masterclass seven types of real estate investment. Okay? And in 2024, I am thinking of breaking it further into about 10. And just giving you options. And the reason why I do that is that I realize that a lot of people just think that real estate is just one option for them, and I must only go through one part. Meanwhile, there are multiple parts. So you see people say, but Dr. Stevie, I don't have much money to be an investor. But hey, you can be a property broker. You can be a property agent, like today's class. But that's just one aspect. We have commercial rental. We have property, what they often call fix and flip here in the US. We have land banking. We have short let. We have residential real estate. We have real estate investment trust, and so on and so forth, right? So there are different ways and different areas you can play in the real estate space, and it's not just limited to one space or one area. Multiple aspects, multiple areas, and you can turn your life around big time, okay? And I beg you, make real estate one of your major goals in 2024. I don't even care who you are, a medical doctor, a lawyer, and I'm not asking you to quit those things, right? But real estate has to be the backbone of your wealth, irresponsible of whatever you do or where you are. Remember, every business, every economic activity is built on a real estate. Your hospital is built on a real estate. Your hotel is built on a real estate, right? Your law firm is on a real estate. And most of the cases you'll be fighting were about real estate. Your tech business, right? Dr. Stephen, you don't understand. I'm into tech. Well, your data center is on the real estate, okay? Your hub is on the real estate. Your campus is on real estate. I can go on and on and on. Every economic activity is built on real estate. And that's why everyone should take real estate as a major opportunity, major business you should do this year. How many of you will type it? Real estate is going to be one of my major sources of wealth too in 2024. Come on, everybody, I want to type it. Real estate will be one of my major tools for wealth creation in 2024. Everybody type it. Okay? If you don't type it, your mind needs to grab it. That's why you type. When you type something, it's empowered, stronger. Okay? Real estate will be one of my major tools for wealth creation in 2024. Everybody type it. So it has to be key and it has to be something very important for you. So we're now going, by the way, if you want to learn all this, there are two opportunities for you to learn this in the new year, 2024 and 5, if you want to learn all these 7. And I advise every property agent or broker to learn all these types of real estate investment. It's important to learn it. It's key for you. And the first platform to learn it is through my events taking place next week, Saturday, here in Houston. Okay, here in Houston, and you can, I'll give you guys some discount code to go and get some discount today, and that code will not work today. So, so this is Diaspora Real Estate Wealth Conference. Now, the event is hybrid, meaning if you are in the US, you can fly down to the Westin Houston Memorial City, okay? And it's very close to Katy. And we're going to be having a wonderful time. So Dele Momodu is flying down from Nigeria for this event. Victor Lofimakin, top-time broker, has gotten several awards, owns a mortgage firm, mortgage bank. Bayo Adebowale. Maria is going to teach you on fix and flip. She's an Hispanic lady doing very well and killing it. Deepo Additional will talk to you about insurance. You need to understand even how insurance work and intertwine even into the real estate world. Somebody said, reserve a spot for me. You have to go get your spot. And there are limited spots available, whether it's going to be physical or virtual. So go to www.stephenakidala.com/diaspora REC. Okay, use this code OJOMO50. And if you use this code, believe it or not, instead of paying, I think $197, you can pay just $50 to secure a seat at this event, whether you want to attend physically or virtually. But this code will stop working immediately we're done with this webinar. Okay, it will stop working. Literally, you can't use it after this webinar. So that's the code. Go to the website, www.stephenakidala.com/diaspora REC. And then when you are filling your information, you see where you can put a discount code. And this will drop the price to just 50 for you. Okay? But let's go on with today's class. Also, those of you who are in Nigeria, we're having the Real Estate Investment Masterclass, which is a 2-day event from 12th to 13th in Lagos. So you can attend that as well if you can't attend this one. So it's up to you which one you want to attend. But let's get into today's class. How to sell 9 figures as a real estate agent or broker. Okay, that's what we want to look at. Selling real estate as a property broker requires a combination of skills, knowledge, interpersonal ability. Here are some of the tips to help you succeed as a property agent or broker. The first one is product knowledge. Everybody type product knowledge. Come on, everybody, type product knowledge. Okay, and this is a very, very important aspect. You must understand the product you're selling. I think Jessica talked about this during her testimony, how she wasn't doing well. She loved all these Lekki houses. And for a long time, she just started promoting these Lekki houses. But Jessica did not have understanding of how this particular might me put the URL to the Houston property event and the Lagos event with the code for the discount for the Houston. Let the admin do that ASAP. Some people are asking for the website. So product knowledge, and what is product knowledge? Product knowledge just means understand what you're selling. So Jessica talked about how she would just paste picture of houses in Lekki that are for sale. And she doesn't even understand the dimensions. She doesn't understand the location. She doesn't understand the benefits of this property to the investor. She doesn't even also analyze the various type of investor and what value means to such people. So I give an example. An investor trying to invest for investment is different from an investor trying to invest for profit. Totally different thing. Joshua, you only posted to panelists. You need to change it to everyone. So what you sent now, only panelists can see it. So change it to everyone. And please post the link as well to all social media platforms as well. So guys, are you here? Are you learning? If you are here and you are learning, just type, I'm here and I'm learning. Just want to be sure. If you are here and you're learning, type, I'm here and I'm learning. Beautiful. So you have to go for training. And for me, I think the solution to product knowledge is proper training. There's a quotable quote, and I want everybody to type it. Those who train will reign. Everybody, can you type it right now? Those who train will reign. Come on, everybody. I want you to type it ASAP. Those who train will reign. If you want to reign in life, and it's easy to reign, you can be top in your field, you can be known and be a top person, but you have to invest in training. Again, let everybody type that quote. It's a quotable quote. Those who train will reign. So when you see somebody reigning, when you see somebody doing well, reigning means you are a king, okay, and you are dominating your space. But whenever you see anybody reign, dominate their space, succeed, is because they were trained. So those who train will reign. So if you want to reign in life, you have to go for training. And those trainings should be around understanding your industry. Study the top 10 people in your industry. By the grace of God, I'm one of them, right? In the real estate industry. Follow us hard. You know, ask questions. Why are we doing things? Attend our events. And when you attend our event, ask questions. Don't just assume. Okay? Dr. Stephen, you did certain things. Why did you do it? I see a lot of young people criticize instead of ask questions. You know, it took me years to learn this. That if somebody is ahead of you in any field, rather than criticize them, in other words, you do not agree with something they've done, right? Rather than go about and say, I don't agree. If I were in their shoes, I wouldn't do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you are not in their shoes. You are not in their shoes. Many of you watching me do not know what it means to have hundreds of employees. You don't know. You are not in my shoes. Okay? Sometimes you see people say, oh, but some people say bad things about him. Right? How come nobody has ever said bad things about me? Well, you've not done business to a level. It's as simple as that. Okay? If you have over 1,000 customers, right? And they are all doing business with you at the level of millions, some of them will have issues normal. Have you ever done transaction with any company consistently? I use Marriott Hotel. There are two major hotels I use, and I travel a lot. So I use Hilton and Marriott. I know how many times I've threatened. In fact, I wrote a mail. I copied the president, CEO of Marriott, and I threatened to quit Marriott. And every year I spend in fact, average year I spend at least I didn't spend money. I spent $50,000 with Marriott because I use them for my events. I use them for stuff. So good money. Okay. But because there's constant dealings, right? There's a day I will get into a Marriott property and the employee will just treat me so badly. But guess what? I've not still been able to leave Marriott because, there are issues, but there are few hotels that are widespread like Marriott, that everywhere in the world you will still find them. So what am I trying to tell you? You must ask questions if you want to go far in an industry. Because, another quotable quote, have this and write it down. You do not attract what you resist. You do not become what you criticize. Let me say that again. You do not attract what you resist. You do not become what you criticize. What do we mean? If you want to be a billionaire one day, you want to do transaction running to tens of millions of dollars one day, you can't do that hating those who have already gotten there. Some people are already where, some people's current lifestyle is your own prayer point. So if you resist them, you don't like, oh, because they have some money, see the way they talk. You should ask why they talk that way, rather than see the way they talk. You see the point? And ask yourself, why are you not talking? Why are you even talking the way you're talking? Because it may even be the way you talk that has limited your success. So you see some people just say, we poor people. First of all, that's the beginning of your poverty, your tongue. Okay? You can never see me, and I don't care what's in my account. I don't care how much I lose. You will never see me say, we poor people. I left that category years ago. And guess what? I left before I became a millionaire. In other words, by physical appearance, I was poor. But when I talk, I say, we rich people. Okay? Because mentally, I've left poverty. Does this make sense at all? So the same thing. Some of you, for example, you've never sold $10 million in your life. Okay? And then you are saying, we small brokers. You see the problem now. We new property agents. And you want me, let me say it's Dr. Steven, to come and buy property. And you know I buy property in millions of dollars. You don't want me to come and you to experiment with my money. How? You've lost me and you didn't know. You may not even know I have capacity to buy from you. But with your tongue, you've told me this is not the kind of person. Exactly. And you say, I'm trying to be humble. I don't understand. Who humility help? Right? So some of you right now need to begin to say, we top 10% property brokers. We top, top-notch, exclusive, premium, unique, right? Exceptional. That's how you talk. I'm starting 2 new business. No, not even 2 new. I'm probably starting 3 new business in 2024, right? One is a private jet business. The other is a luxury car business. You come and ask me. I said, Dr. Steven, so you're starting a private jet business, but are you not a novice? You will see me correct you immediately. Even though I'm just starting the business, I'm not a novice. First of all, I will tell you we are disrupting the space, which is true anyway. Okay? So you need to get closer to those who are ahead. And some of us is our tongue that is limiting us in the name of humility. I don't want to be seen this way. I remember years ago, by the way, I was born in the northern part of Nigeria. So naturally, I am very conservative, right? And a lot of people don't know this because they see me, I have a Rolls Royce show, I live in Burj Khalifa, and a couple of things, right? I remember sharing this with a friend of mine called Deepo. I say, I'm a conservative guy. He shouted, I say, you conservative, never, impossible. Guess what? Hear this story. I then was on a podcast show with another guy, right, in Dubai. Very successful. He does second passport, second citizenship stuff with people, right? So first of all, he's a multi-millionaire and he only deals with multi-millionaires and billionaires. You know what he said to me? He said, Dr. Steven, with your success, I consider you very conservative. Do you see the two? So what's the difference? Who can tell me what's the difference in this story? One person considered me not to be conservative because he see me in a Rolls Royce, right? And maybe I live in Burj Khalifa and, I stay in expensive hotels. I don't know what else, because I don't even use expensive wristwatch and all of that. Another person says, I am very, very conservative. Can anybody tell me the difference between these two people? Right? You can use the code. The code is only for regular. If you want to do VIP, just go ahead and pay for VIP. So the code we gave you is for regular. And whether you are doing physical or you are doing virtual, just click on it and use the code. Okay? But it's for regular. Joshua, can you be on top of those who are giving comments so you can help them? Taiwo says it's his mindset. No, funny enough, not even his mindset. He's also a great guy. Olulan Green says each of them have different view. Yes, there, obviously. So, but what's the difference? What's the difference? So I explained to you the difference, right? This other guy that was saying I'm not conservative is not yet a multi-millionaire. That's the difference, right? The one that says I'm conservative is a multi-millionaire who himself has Rolls Royce. In fact, wears wristwatch that are over $100,000. You see the point now, okay? And he knows what I do, and he knows I don't even wear expensive wristwatch. I don't wear expensive designer, all of that. So in his own analysis, like, come on, I know this guy can afford this thing, and he doesn't even wear them. All right, so this is a conservative person. Meanwhile, the other guy, because he is not yet a multi-millionaire, right, to understand that at that level, some of these things are not even big deal. Okay, they're not even big deal. So he sees it as though, oh, this man, you are not conservative. I hope we are learning, guys. So we oftentimes judge people based on our own status. And I'm saying stop judging people based on your status. Okay? Somebody say, when is the event? It's Saturday 6th. Joshua, please attend to people that are asking questions about the event.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
And somebody's just asking questions, just attend to them. So you can attend physically in Houston. You can attend virtually from anywhere in the world. But back to my training. So product knowledge, right, will go a long way to help you. And product knowledge is diverse. You need to know the product itself, but you also need to know the people buying the product. That is also a knowledge you must acquire to start doing 9 figures. Next, find your niche. Are you going to be selling to poor people or you'll be selling to rich people? Guess what? There's no problem with the two. Can I say that again? Are you going to be selling to rich people or to poor people? There are people selling to poor people and they are multi-millionaire. There's a man who owns slots that sells phones in Nigeria. Slot, right? Right? So the owner of slots is a multi-billionaire, right? But poor people buy phones as much as rich people buy. So he's in the consumer market, and yet he's still a multi-billionaire. There's another man, he owns Orange Pharmacy, right? And in fact, the man has been a multi-billionaire. In fact, because, from Delta Soap to several products, his company is a major dealer. And they've been doing that for years now. So probably every week, they even do 1 to 5 billion every week in sales. Trust me, there are people who have money. You enter his house in Banana Island, it's like all gold, right? But what am I saying? Someone like that, for example, is a multi-billionaire, but rich or poor, buy his product because mass market, consumer market. But you can't do both, guys. Okay? We cannot do both. Stanley, by the way, Joshua, I don't know why some people paid, because once you pay, check either your email or your spam box. You see the link for you to join us on Zoom on the day of the event, right? So if you are registered for the event on Saturday, check your email. If you haven't seen it, check your spam. Check other platforms because it may be lost in your spam. But if not, give it 1 hour or so. I'm sure it will soon reflect. Okay. So let me continue. By the way, are we getting value, guys? If we're getting value, say I'm getting value. I'm learning. I just want to be sure I'm having people who are learning here. Are you learning? Are you getting value? Are you picking what we're teaching you today? Okay. So beautiful. I can see we're all learning. Pick a niche. So I, Stephen Akintayo, have decided, okay? And I decided this last year. If you are not ready to spend $1 million and above with me, I am sorry. I am not the one to attend to you. It's a decision. It doesn't make me bad or good. It's a choice. Okay? You too can have your own choice. And you remember, life is in phases, men are in sizes, you live your size per time. Make your choice. So my choice is that, hey, at this phase of my life, after 15 years, I only want to deal with the 1% of the 1% of people who want to do business. Now, guess what? I have employed many people in my company. And maybe some of you today will join us as well in GTEX. Some of you are not part of us. And these people are not where I am. So if you only want to buy $50,000 with us, $10,000 with us, $20,000 with us, go and talk to our people. They are there for you. But at my level, I am only dealing with the premium of the premium. Okay? Even if you didn't come through me, if you do $1 million worth of property with me, I will call you. I can assure you that, at least at this phase. I'll call you to thank you for doing business with my company. Are we learning here? If we're learning type of learning, pick a niche. So, and you can evolve. There's nothing wrong with, okay, I started with lower people and then I move up. There's nothing wrong with that. So you can start and say, I, as a property broker, I will only start with clients that are buying properties of between $50,000 to $100,000, right? After 2 years, you can say, okay, let me move it up to 200,000 to 500,000. Then after some years, you can join my league to say only 1 million. For me, I'm very sure from next year, only 5 million. The year after, only 10 million. You see, you keep moving over time. Is this good? Pick a niche. Number next, build a professional network. So many of us are discouraged. You know why you are discouraged? There is no network of co-property agents, co-property broker, where you can sit and have conversations. So yesterday, we were perfecting some plans for the Saturday event we have in Houston. We went to the hotel to check the venue and make plans for, the arrangement and all of that. And so I remember then asking a question because the two people who were with me do property business in one way or the other. And the other one that doesn't do directly property business also does business, and he does with Africans. So my question was, how has it been for you doing business with Africans with the typical culture? Some of you know that, when some Africans do some small business with you, they make you look as if they own your life. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? Right? Who knows what I'm talking about? And there's a way, there's a way some of them talk that make it sound like, the event we have is holding in Houston. However, you can join us from anywhere in the world, okay? Again, for some of you, Joshua, can you put down your number so that some of them can just chat you on WhatsApp if they have problems about the training, they want address, so they don't keep distracting my training. So I then ask and say, how are you coping dealing with people, right? Africans, when you deal with Africans, sometimes there's a behavior you get, there's a vibe you get. Okay, small thing, they call you out on social media, small thing, they complain too much. And I remember simultaneously, the two of them said, is the reason why I put a limit. One of them said, I've decided if you are not doing $100,000, you can't invest with me. Right? I realized that it's those people who invest with me 20,000, 50,000, they're the ones who come together and start talk. So I have decided to, because the higher I rise, I realize I cut off the people who gives too much headache. How many of you know that there's a level you do business in terms of volume of transaction that your clients do not even want anybody to know that they did such business with you? How many of you know what I'm talking about? Hence, when they have issues with you, they would rather take you to court privately and resolve the issue or find other alternative than to go about talking, and maligning your image. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Okay, so it doesn't mean that the reason why you are even having certain pressure is because certain caliber of people are your headache. But here's what I'm saying. If you have a professional team, you encourage each other. People will tell you some strategies. They say, so I'm having this problem. I'm not able to get quality lead. It's also people that I'm always able to get. And how many of you know leads that you get? And then when you call those leads, you'll be hearing Hausa language. By the way, I'm an Hausa man. How many of you have gotten leads like that? I have, right? If you are in a professional team, these are questions you ask. And those questions are answered by your colleagues. Oh, me, I discovered this solution. Oh, me, I'm trying this strategy. Oh, and it worked. And guess what? God bless GTExt. Even though I'm the founder, I'm biased, I know, but God bless GTExt. We have a community for you today, and you can join even today for free. Okay? And that community is for agents and brokers who are on this journey together. Okay? It's not perfect, I must warn you, but we are people who are trying to grow together and to do something together. So, again, for those of you asking questions about the link, this is the event we have this Saturday, Diaspora Real Estate World Conference. Myself, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, Chief Dele Momodu, Victor Lofimakin will be telling you about funding. So a lot of you are scared to do real estate outside, in the US and the UK. And the excuse you keep giving is money. I don't have money. I don't have money. In this part of the world, you don't need your money to do real estate. You only need a little contribution. And there are a lot of investors. So Victor owns a bank, a mortgage bank. So if you meet his requirements, he can even fund your real estate investment deals. I hope this makes sense. We have Bayo. Bayo is a property broker, one of the topmost property broker here in the US. And he'll be sharing strategies he's used, okay, to do well as a broker. And so it will encourage a lot of you agent, is a property agent. Victor is the one that is a broker and owns a mortgage business. But Bayo is an agent, because here in the US, you start as an agent. And some of you are not yet an agent. He will share with you the process of becoming one. Some of you are an agent and you're not struggling to sell. He will share with you strategies he's used. We have Maria Ribola, is an amazing Hispanic lady. Has a TV show. She will teach you on fix and flips, how to buy property cheap, renovate it, and sell it again. Deepo Additional, great guy here in the US, doing so well in the insurance space. And he will be sharing a lot about the insurance aspect and how to build wealth through insurance and yet cover up your real estate angle in the whole process. So myself, I will be breaking down all these various 7 aspects of real estate investment. Like we said, you can join from anywhere in the world, but if you're in the US, you can fly down. Many people are flying down from Baltimore, from Indianapolis, from Maryland, from different parts of the US. So it's going to be a great event. You cannot afford to miss it. It's going to be a wow event. It's the best way to start the year. It's Saturday 6th, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's Houston time. The venue is the Westin Houston Memorial City. It's strictly a paid event. I think the list ticket is $197. There's the VIP ticket. If you want the cheap ticket, just use that code. Just click on the regular ticket, use the code or JOMO50, and it gets you to pay as low as $50. But that ends once I'm joined and I end this class. Okay? And that's over. Next is somebody saying, I want to join the GTS group. Don't worry, you will join. I will tell you details about that shortly. The next is online presence. Everybody shout, type online presence. Come on, everybody, type online presence. One of my biggest secrets in the real estate space is my ability to have grown my online presence, right? Guys, you're distracting me. I have built a community of over 2 million people on social media. And I noticed over the years that even if people don't care who I am, once they go to my Instagram and they see over 800,000, suddenly they pay attention. Okay? Your online presence has a way of increasing your credibility. Some of you, for example, you even have an Instagram page. It is $20 now. They've made it easy. Verify the page. Little things like that speaks volume about who you are. Twitter page now, I think it's $20 for Twitter as well. These are little payments you can make. Even if it's 500 people following your page, verify it, okay, as a sign that you're a serious person, you're a top professional, you're a top-time agent or broker, and you mean business. When you come to my page and you see it's verified, yes, you know that this is a serious man. And not just in that case, there's over 800,000 people following me on Instagram alone, TikTok, and there's massive following. Look at this. Let me play this video for you so you see how
Don't buy this. Instead, buy this. Because in 10 years, the value of this is going to be this. And the value of this is going to be up to the roof.
Now, do you guys know that when I moved to Dubai, in our first year, we did over $10 million. And this video is one of the reasons why we did that. Can you see 10.8 million views on just this video? This video went on TikTok. Now hear this. I had to employ a professional TikTok manager. I was paying this guy 5,000 dirhams, I think every two weeks or so. 5,000 dirhams. 5,000 dirhams is over $1,000. Listen, you have to put money into this. Okay, some of you want to grow your business, but you don't want to spend money. Right? And what I keep hearing is stories about how, oh, I am not sure of this, I'm not sure of that, I'm scared, I am this, I'm that. And I'm saying, if you don't put in money, you can't grow your business, guys. You have to put in some money. You have to spend some money here. Some of you cannot even spend money for training. Will you now spend money? Okay? You can't spend money for training. No. Will you now spend money to build your brand? You have to build your online brand in such a way that people can respect you and trust you. For me, one of the things that helped me in Dubai was the fact that I positioned myself as a very serious black man. And it was more difficult because they started banning Nigerians. A lot of stories started coming out about Nigerians scamming people. But because of the way my brand was solid online, it was easy for investors to trust me with tens of millions. I remember one guy did a business with me in Dubai over $1 million. It was the day he came to collect the key to his house. I was seeing him for the first time. Never met him before. Right? Just, saw my advert, called the office. I directed him to the team. If I had to ask him, I said, okay, and you invested $1 million without even seeing me. Okay? Why did you even trust us that much? And the guy said, your online brand is so solid that I was convinced you are legit and there's nothing stopping you. So how many of you are excited? Have you learned something that you can replicate now? Come on. Good. Number next, communicate. Sales is 80% communication. Follow up, call again, greet them again, right? Send them a card, even if it's digital, on this Christmas and New Year season. Send a mail, do a short video, just share 10 reasons why you must buy real estate, you must invest in real estate in 2024, right? Communicate, communicate, communicate. There's a reason why I have podcast. Let me share with you. My January is crazy, guys. And I kid you not. Now, I'm most likely starting a whole podcast show. Most likely, I'm not sure. Thank God Tammy is here. Maybe I'll even discuss if she can help me with this. I'm most likely starting. I was supposed to start my podcast in Nigeria, but I got a studio here and it's quite nice. And I'm already thinking, you know what? I probably should start the podcast here in Houston. But in January alone, I'm shooting a docu-series. I'm shooting a podcast series in January alone. Okay? And I'm probably ending the year with 2 reality TV shows. I'm most likely buying a franchise of one of the reality TV shows here in the US as well. So, but all of that, what's the goal? It's just to communicate better. Right? The more I communicate, talk about what I do, the better. So let's look at 7 C's of communication. Number 1, clarity. How many of you notice that whenever I talk, things get clearer? Okay? How many of you notice that? I don't specialize in confusing people when I teach. Some people do. You see some people, their strategy is the meat of the mythical mist. I'm not that kind of teacher. When you listen to me, things that look complex, by the time I'm done, they look so simple that you feel like, oh, and that's where some people then make mistakes. I've met so many people who say, oh, Stephen, you know why I've never paid for your training? I say, why? So when I go through your free webinar, I feel I don't need your paid training. Because your free webinar makes everything so simple that I feel, oh, I don't need this. And that's where they then miss it, because that's foolishness on their part. Okay? Because typically, I break things down so clear, and they just then assume it's easy. When they try it, they now realize that the fact that it's easy for me does not mean to be easy for them. There's a whole process and procedure to this. So when you communicate, make it clear. Sir, you're buying this property. It is for land banking, right? You will need to give it a few years for the land to appreciate in value. Make it clear. Oh, you're buying this house is for investment. Oh, this is an off plan. It will take them 18 months to build the house. Don't assume in your head people will not buy because it's off plan. You see, many of us as agents have failed because we just are assuming we are the clients. You are not the client. And different people are looking for different things. What may not work for you may work for your customer. Number 2, conciseness. Be concise, precise with your conversation. Number 3, consideration. Be very considerate, right? Be very, very considerate. Okay, number 4, completeness. Complete the conversation. So, sir, we are to talk again next week, Thursday, 4 p.m. Courtesy. Some of you now cannot use sir, ma for anybody. You cannot even bow when you're greeting somebody. You can't call anybody Oga. In your mind, you are, what do they call it now? You live in America or you live in the UK. You know, we just we don't patronize people. Well, if you don't patronize, you will still patronize poverty. Abi? You pick one. The secret to wealth is called honor. Honor. How many of you have noticed? I'll give you a practical example. For all of you who always claim that it's not important to be courteous. Okay? How many of you have noticed the way they treat you in the plane? Hold on. I don't know whether this is applicable. But how many of you always fly economy? You then flew first and business class, and you saw that the courtesy was different. If you have expressed that, just type me. Eh? How many of you have gone to a very cheap store to buy shoes and bags and clothes, only for you to now go to expensive ones, right? Like what are these very expensive fashion stores, right? Only to see the difference in how they treated you. Even if you were window shopping, you realize that the difference was, how many of you can understand what I'm talking about? Okay? So even in business, and real estate is premium. There's hardly any cheap real estate. So your ability to be so courteous, respectful, simple, nice, kind. Okay? So if you don't carry this, if you don't embody these things, you will not sell. You will think they are doing you from your village. You are the one doing yourself. You're too rude. Some people are too rude to sell. Extremely rude. You want me to patronize you and you talk anyhow. Ladies and gentlemen, you must learn to be courteous. Be courteous. Talk to people politely, nicely. Right? Number 6, correctness, concreteness. Be concrete in your conversation and then be correct. Know what you are saying and say it correctly. Okay? If you are not sure, just say, kindly give me time to confirm this for you, sir. I am not sure. Don't tell them the property has a document that it doesn't have. Okay? Don't tell them Katie is Dallas because you've never traveled to the US and you're trying to sell our property in the US. Right? If you're not sure, just say, sir, give me a second. Let me clarify things and I'll get back to you. That's a wise and professional way. Next is trust. Everybody type, I promise to build trust with my clients in 2024. Come on, everybody type it. Okay? Come on, everybody. Type, I promise to build trust with my customer in 2024. Now, I want to say this. It's not just important for you to be trustworthy. Show people you're trustworthy. So I give you a story. Many years ago, at least in my little corner, I felt I treated my employees well. Of course, there are situations that are beyond your control. Things are difficult. You may not be able to do things on time. But I felt I treated my employees well. And each time I hear about me outside, I felt terrible when I hear stories about people claiming I didn't treat them well. And somebody said something to me, I'll never forget it. He said, when you do some of these things to your employee, let's say you give them all expense paid trip, do you make it public? I said, I'm just not into that public thing. Like I told you, I used to be very conservative. The person said, no. You just don't need to be known. He said, not even for the existing employee. For new people who want to join your company. Until they see the people in your company sharing stories of how they've been treated well, they will not be convinced that you actually treat people well. I had the same experience. when I used to struggle to sell. And people tell me, how many testimony of those who did business with you do you have on social media? I said, some of them won't agree to show. He said, why not ask them and put it on social media? So now, if you go on my page, anytime a client gives us a testimonial, we put it there. Of course, some will still refuse to give us testimonial. But what I realized that the more we then post this testimonial, more people then are able to trust us. You know why? Many people are already gossiping about you, even though it's not true. So if you are not intentional about putting the good part of you out there, so that it at least will counter the negative part. Now, how many of you have met or heard of people who hate you without meeting you? Who knows what I'm talking about? They hate you. I mean, sometimes it's shocking to me. I'm like, I've never met this person. He said, the way this man analyzes you, he say you are the most terrible person, you are wicked. And maybe he heard from somebody that told somebody that told somebody. There's even no guarantee that the person that told somebody said the right thing, but he has picked it up and is judging me by that. He hates me without knowing me, without even meeting me, based on what 2-3 people said that he didn't even confirm were true. That today when you see me put on social media, I say I treat people based on how they treat me. I learned the hard way. Because over time, sometimes I would just hate people. I made a mistake myself. Based on what somebody said about somebody, I would just not get close to them. That people have told me they are bad people. Now I've learned to know that until the person treats me badly, I cannot judge by what somebody else said, but by my own personal experience. I will learn at all. So if you are a trustworthy agent, let people know. Put out the testimonial. When you sell property to somebody, beg them and say, sir, can you do me a testimonial? We may not go into details of what you bought from me, but let's just do a testimonial that says, I treated you well. I spoke to you well. And that I did not misappropriate your money. Okay? And today is one of what have saved me. I've had situations where I trusted people and I told clients, oh, pay to this guy's account. He's a trusted guy. And the guy disappeared with their money. Are you seeing what I'm talking about? If not that, I already have many clients who can test that, if you pay to Dr. Stevens' company, go and sleep. You know, what will have been out would be cases where client didn't even pay to me. I just say, I know this person, I think he can help you pay to him. And they will carry it as though client even paid to me. So trust is not just trust until it is seen. And you have to be intentional about making people see that you are a trustworthy person. Is this making sense at all? Okay? Number next, marketing strategy. What are the components of a good strategy? Planning, management, offline integration, traffic building, website, conversion analysis, optimizing your process, social media. Everything has to come. I call it the pot of soup of marketing, right? You can't just guarantee or wait on one strategy to make money or one strategy to build wealth. You have to be willing to try many options. I'll try online, I'll try offline, I'll try many strategies. I'll build leads, I'll do CRM, build a great strategy to sell. Ladies and gentlemen, negotiation skills. Everybody type negotiation skills. You have to master the art of negotiation. Okay? I will start here. How many of you have heard stories about that your client said what you are selling is expensive? Can I tell you the first problem is that you don't know how to negotiate? Because a lot of times, it's not that your price is expensive, it's that the clients feel that they didn't have room to negotiate. And I've seen people make this mistake. I'll give you a practical example. Let's assume your company is selling a property, right? And always ask this from whoever you're dealing with. Ask them, what is the room for negotiation? What is the room? When I sell property for anybody, I started as an agent too, right? And I own brokerage in Dubai and different parts of the world as well. And the first move is to say to whoever is asking me to sell their product, what is the room for negotiation? So yes, I know that this property, it says $500,000. But if I get a client that's willing to pay $450, will you take? I'm not saying I have one or I will bring one, but I just want to know that for a fact. And sometimes I get the seller telling me, yes, Dr. Steven, if you get me a buyer, he's ready to pay $450,000, I am ready to take it. Now, hear this, everybody. Where do most of you make mistake? You will now go on social media and you put adverts. Come and buy house in Katy, Houston, $450,000. That's where you miss it. Okay? What I will put is come and buy house, $500,000. Open to slight negotiation. You see the point? And so when you then call me, I will still not tell you $450,000. I'll say the house is $500,000. What is your budget? And let the person be the one to say, but can we pay $480,000? Because do we see the point? But when you already go ahead and announce the discounted product, the discounted price, and then you now see the person and say, can't I get discount? Then you now say, sir, but that is the discounted price. He doesn't believe you. He doesn't believe you. So it's better to actually always mention the actual price of the product. And then leave room for you guys to then negotiate it. I will learn in a tour. Again, if you are learning type, I'm learning. Okay? Customer relations management. As your clientele begin to get bigger, deploy CRM tools. CRM tools that can send email, that can send SMS, and can make this whole process seamless. And then continuous learning. Everybody shout continuous learning. Come on, everybody type continuous learning. I need you to know that knowledge is not a destination, but a journey. And the biggest mistake you will make in your journey as a property agent, as a property broker, is to think you are done. You've gotten it. You have not gotten it. I want to promise you, however, something, that I am committed to working with you in 2024 to making you make 9 figures in real estate sales. But you also have to be interested in your own growth. Okay? You cannot continue a situation where you want me to believe in you, but you don't believe in yourself. I will not do that. One of the platforms I use to mentor people is the Sivakta University. Okay? You can visit www.sivaktauniversity.com, and we have discount today for that. But guess what? I'm not even going to do that. For every one of you who have signed up for my events holding next Saturday, okay, I am giving you $247 is the monthly price for Sivakta University. I'm giving you 1 month free. So congratulations. How many of you have already signed up for the Houston events on Saturday? Whether you sign up to attend virtually or you sign up to attend physically, can you type I've signed up? I want to see how many of you have signed up now. The bonus I'm giving you is that for 1 month, you can go there and learn from Robert Kiyosaki, Grant Cardone, Les Brown, Brian Tracy, Ryan Sahant, every of these people. You are not thanking me. Congratulations to TR, Peter, congratulations, you've already signed up. Tolu, congratulations. Adiola, congratulations, you signed up. Tio, congratulations, you signed up. Amazing. People are already signing up, guys. Joshua, can you post the URL again? If you want to attend the Houston event, like I said, it's both virtual and physical, right? I will be giving you a bonus. Again, it's strictly for those of you who sign up while we're at this event. Okay? You sign up while we're at this event. While we're at this event. You will be able to attend this event either virtually or physically, and you get a bonus of a 1 month extra. Somebody say, I'm already a student of Selecta University, then you get 1 month extra bonus as of when whatever subscription ends. Again, the website is stephenactel.com/diaspora REC. stephenactel.com/diaspora REC. Then use the coupon code AJOMO50. AJOMO50 or JOMO50. And you will get to pay just $50 instead of $197, and it ends once I'm done with this class. You won't get that offer anymore. You can do VIP as well, or upgrade to VIP later. Now, how many of you want to join me on this journey? You want, at least with GTEx Homes, you want to work with GTEx Home in the next 12 months, okay? And for all of you who are joining this program, I am committing today, as the Lord help me. Every month, I will come like this and I will train you. I'll connect you with those of our team who are doing very well. You will be able to meet people like Jessica, people like Kehinde. They will also be willing to mentor you. Okay? Now, I'm giving you an opportunity to join today for free. Visit gtexandassociate.com. When you visit that site, here's what you will see. This is how the page will look like. Then click on register with us. Okay? Register with us. Once you click on that, you will see this form. It takes all this, your information. And now, why we take your bank account is because we pay your commission to that bank account, right? So you needed to be able to, we don't want a situation we'll now be looking for a bank account. Then the thing rolls and rolls, right? After you click register, then you go to your email. You see successfully registered. Okay, it will give you your login details and everything, but look out for this. This is your invitation to be able to add other people to join the program. But here's the thing, because this is where people miss it. Don't leave until you join the WhatsApp group. It also is supposed to link you up to a WhatsApp group. After it says, congratulations, you're successful register, kindly check your email. It also, don't rush. It will redirect you to a WhatsApp group. And if you don't see any WhatsApp group, chat up, the numbers they will post here. Can you, somebody help me post the GTEx and Associates hotline, right? They will add you to a WhatsApp community because that community is important. On that community, you can ask any question, they will answer you. There's no foolish question. Now, how do you make money with us? If you sell a land that we sell in Nigeria directly, you'll get 10%. If people join under you and they sell, you will get 2%, they will get 10%. If another person if that person then introduces another person, you that you are the first generation get 1%. And then the person that brought the main person gets 2%. And the main person who brought the client gets 10%. If it's a house, because houses are more expensive, so the commissions are 5%. Here in the US, the commission for house is 3%. That is the seller's agent. If you are the one who bring the buyer's agent, if you're the one bringing the buyer, you get 3% for buyer's agent. But here in Nigeria, we give 5%, right? Then you have indirect of 1% and then indirect of 0.5%. Okay? Then we have an investment where people just invest with us their money. They don't want to control the house. They don't want to be paying tax. They don't want to be paying all these things. They also want to invest and get returns. Through that program, you can invite people to invest with us. Right now, we're raising $10 million. Everybody say $10 million. We're raising $10 million for our US project. And if you invite anybody and they invest with us, you get 2% commission if you are the one that invited them directly. Or if it was those you invited that invited them, okay, so you get 0.5, they get 2%. If that person also then invite another person, You get 0.5, they get 0.5. The direct person who brought the clients who invested with us gets 2%. Then the Stephen Actel Foundation, I have my books, I have my coaching program. If you're also able to bring people to buy my coaching programs, you also get commission 5 to 1%. So we have a motto in GTEx and Associates. We say learn, earn, and be happy. And that's the joy. You are learning and you are earning and you're being happy. Because we do all expense paid trip, like you saw Kehinde share with you. We have a new trip in South Africa. I don't know if you want to join us in South Africa. These are people who own our car, okay? Brand new car. By the way, these cars are brand new. They are not open, but brand new, leather. This is brand new. This is brand new. Brand new. Okay? These are evidence of people being transferred their commission. You know, they sold for us and they earned something for themselves. This is what our proposed design for our US property is like. Okay, so we're going to be having a something like a Top Golf where people just do a driving range from here. We have a lake here. We have single family homes here. We have condominium, townhouses here. We have apartments here. Okay, it's a 40-acre in Keri. And right now we're raising $10 million for this, and people are free to invest and get good money for themselves. We give between 8 to from the ground. So you can go to my Instagram, Stephen Akintayo, is verified, and you see the about over 30 minutes talk. This is also a video where we did an opening. We're doing another opening on Sunday.
I've been following Dr. Stephen for over 3 years, and I've made several attempts to even meet with him. I know it's been several times, but you know, nature of my job, I always have something to do. I couldn't make. So meeting him today, I'll say it's a great privilege. Like those that really don't know more about him, I've done a lot of background on him, and I know.
So, I mean, for somebody asking, how do I get this clip? That's why you join the WhatsApp group. In the WhatsApp group, you get all of these videos, you get all the flyers, you get everything you need. All of it is in the WhatsApp group. Somebody said, are we doing something like this in UK? Very soon you will see us there. So you can visit gtexhomesusa.com. You click invest. So if you want to invest or you have an investor, this is the process for them to invest. Click on invest. Once you click on, it will show you this option. It's minimum of $50,000 if you want to invest via our US fund. But if you want to invest via our digital cooperative back in Nigeria, it's still a dollar investment, but it's lesser. You can invest as low as $10,000 and you get your returns in dollars. If you also then want to invest in Naira, you can do that as well via our Nigerian digital cooperative. So you can invest through our US entity. But if you're investing through our US entity, you must be an accredited investor because it's a regulated thing. There's a whole process, and that website will show you. But if you don't want that, just say, hey, I want to invest through your Nigerian entity, because that one, there's no issue. We don't need to, even all these tax issues not involved. So you can do that. It's up to you which one you want. Our next trip, ladies and gentlemen, is all expense paid trip to South Africa. I don't know if you want to come to South Africa. Okay, it's going to be in February, but the deadline to qualify is 20th of January. All you need to do is sell 10 plots of our lands, or sell 5 housing units, okay, or get us 10 investors to invest minimum of $10,000 each, and you qualify all expense paid trip to South Africa. Okay, who's excited? Come on, all of you are looking at me. Don't you want to go to South Africa? If you're excited, tap I'm excited. So feel free if you want to join Steve Akhtar University. This is my major mentorship platform, www.steveakhtaruniversity.com, and you will be my mentor today. So for those of you in Nigeria, I can't attend the Houston event. This is the Nigerian version. The Real Estate Investment Masterclass, January 12th to 13th is a 2-day event from 9 a.m. Okay, so go register. Okay, go register ASAP. Okay, love you. God bless you and thank you for listening. I hope you got value today. I've been training, ladies and gentlemen, for almost 2 hours, 20 minutes. I've tried. I praise myself. Don't try. And congratulations, we have over 10 people who have signed up for Saturday. Congratulations to all of you. I honestly cannot wait to see you on Saturday. It's going to be huge. Okay, yeah, I think we have about 11 and we have some people struggling to pay. So again, Joshua will give you all the link. Once we shut down, the discount is over, right? So I can't wait to see you on Saturday. It's going to be an amazing event. I love you all. Jessica, thank you for sharing your testimony. Kennedy, thank you for sharing your testimony. I appreciate you guys. You've made my event awesome today. We have a few more testimonies to go, but I'll leave you in the hands of one and only amazing Joshua, who is going to attend to you guys. But thank you for being part of today's event. It's going to be awesome. So somebody says, what's the price on Tuesday? So the event is already discounted. I think the main price is over $197. So I just gave like a super extra discount just for today. Okay, but the main price is I think $697 or something. And then we give discount for those who are paying, I think latest on Tuesday, to pay $197. But this offer ends now. Once we shut this Zoom event, you can't use that code again. But Joshua will give you more information. I love you all. Let's do 2024 together. Like I said, as long as you join the GTEx and Associates and you join our WhatsApp group, we will constantly work together, and it's going to be amazing. Please, your Marriott corporate code will also help for those of us traveling. Okay, if you're traveling, talk to Joshua. Joshua will send a mail to the hotel and we'll try and see if we can get some discount for you so that you can lodge in the same Westin hotel where the event is holding, okay? I love you all and see you guys on Saturday, whether physically or see you virtually. And then, like I said, we will be having the first edition of this same training, okay? First edition in the year 2024, okay, January. So we're going to be having that on 20th of January 2024. So it promises to be amazing, but it's strictly for those of you who joined the GTEx and Associate. So sign up today for free, join the WhatsApp group, and let's make 2024 your year where you start making good money and share good testimony. Love you all. Bye-bye. Joshua, go
Wow,
ahead.
wow. If you got value, please, I need to see the energy in the chat box. Thank you, sir. Just type it in the chat box or send an emoji or send a clap sign. Just do something in the chat box. We need the energy. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Just drop that in the chat box. Thank you so much for the value. I can see a lot of people dropping it already. I'm waiting for more. I'm waiting for more. It's not enough. We're a lot of people on this call, right? Over 2 hours training us. No matter where you are, it's almost late. If you're in the US, it's already evening. If you're in West Africa, it's very late already. So, I mean, it's a whole lot, over 2 hours of training, free, which should have at least have cost 500 per person. So, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We got a lot of value. Before we sign off, I just really want to, because I mean, just like Doctor said, the offer after this session, the offer is over, right? I've got some other people chatting me, but so that we don't lose the opportunity, I will really just want to reshare it here, so we are sure that we have it all checked, right? So first thing I want to advise is if you can come physically, you definitely want to come physically, right? You can see the lineup of speakers, because I have someone in Houston currently. He chatted me, will I advise him to come physically or join virtually? You're on ground, come physically, right? It will also be an opportunity to network with speakers. And I mean, one of the things we learned in class today, right, is I mean, the importance of, as an associate, networking and building that professional network, right? I can really take it to the next level. So I really encourage you, if you can come physically, definitely. But I mean, if you're out of the city or out of the United States, then I mean, definitely encourage you to join virtually. The promo is still on this call. And a reminder that if you sign up for it, you'll be getting access to 1 month to the Steve Nakta University free of charge. It normally will cost you $47, just like you can see on the flyer. But if you sign up while on this call, you'll be getting it for free. That's if you sign up for the event. Just like a reminder, it's happening next week on the 6th, right? And I mean, every other thing is in place for the success of the event. So, well, if you have any specific questions, kindly drop them in the chat box before we end the call. Once again, thank you, Jessica, for joining. Fortunately, we had only 2 of you confirmed to join us to give testimony. But anyway, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. We learned a lot, actually, both from you and Kennedy. And definitely, I'm sure we all have gotten something going into the new year concerning our goals and sales targets and career targets and every other thing we want to do. Well, I'm sure we've gotten all we wanted. I dropped my number in the chat box earlier, +234 81 8000 8119. You can reach me for any inquiries, including if you plan to come stay at the hotel the day before the event or after. Kindly send me a chat so we can do more like a collective thing to the hotel, so they can give some discounts with that regard, right? How do I register as an associate? gtexanassociate.com. We shared it earlier. When you join, you will see you can fill the form. Then you get the email. It will also redirect you to join the WhatsApp group where you get all necessary details. For the hosting event, just like we had earlier shared, the link is stevenacta.com/diaspora REC. That's real estate conference. Well, short REC. stevenacta.com/REC. But any other thing you think you need that you did not get in terms of information or inquiry, partnering with us, doing business with us, any other thing at all you think you did not get while this session was on, you can reach me on that number, +234 81 8000 8119, or product@stevenakintayo.com. Product is with an S. That's PRODUCTS @stevenakintayo.com. You can be sure that we will respond to your inquiry or query as fast as we can. Well, thank you all for joining once again. just like Doctor has mentioned, hopefully going forward, we'll be doing this monthly with you guys, right? And definitely bringing you offers that will be beneficial to you. Don't forget the offer that was put forward, the all expense paid trip to South Africa. You sell 10 plots, or you sell at least 5 houses, or bring 10 investors for GVest. I repeat, 10 plots of land, or at least 5 houses, or 10 investors for our GVest, our investment program. So it's be a very good one. I'm starting the year with an all expense paid trip. You are doing okay, they said. Right. So I think we're all here. So it will be a very, very, very good one. And going forward, we'll be doing more things like this. Right. So thank you all for joining once again. Just like I earlier mentioned, you can reach out to me on that number for any other inquiry. I think that'll be all from me. And also, I believe from the team. Have a good night. Bye.